Today is February 12th. Today's quote is entitled, "The Need to Criticize." Finding faults with others says so much more about us than it does about the person we are criticizing. It says that we are focused on the fault. We need to find faults and talk about them. The fault upsets us, and in so many other ways that fault is distracting us from Krishna. It shows us how easily another's fault can distract us from Krishna consciousness and how we have a need to criticize. So yes, we have a need to criticize. And when we criticize someone, it shows us about our need. It says more about us than it does about them, because it says that we need to criticize. Now, what someone else does is what they do. If they do something wrong, as we said yesterday, don't make it your problem. It's their own challenge. Or maybe they're not doing something wrong, or not something really wrong, really that bad, but you need to focus on it. It's a tendency that you and I and we all have, but we should be aware of that tendency. It is very destructive for Krishna consciousness. I don't know if we could ever overemphasize this point, because everywhere, in stories about Prabhupada, in stories about Srila Bhaktisiddhanta, in the Bhagavatam, everywhere you look, this problem comes up, and we're warned, don't criticize, don't blaspheme. It is destructive. Now you might say, well, sometimes I criticize, but I'm still here. Hey, look at me. I'm not destroyed. It's subtle. Sometimes you won't notice it, but the fact that we're doing it is a sign, in my book, that we are being destroyed. The fact that we continue to do it is a sign that criticism is negatively impacting us. It's creating the need to continue to do it again. So it's something we should consider. If we're criticizing, let's look at ourselves and stop and say, wait a minute, although this person may have faults, or I may not like what they're doing, why do I need to criticize them? What's going on with me? What's wrong with me here? Forget about what's wrong with them. Let's start thinking, what's wrong with me? That's a better way to think.